Welcome back to the channel. There's a reason why SPY puts in just one day are up 225%. It's insane. You could have made so much money in one day when SPY puts play in your favor. I'm going to talk about my crypto strategies, my stock market strategies, how I'm going to aggressively make money in these shaky markets. Even when the stock market pulls down and the crypto markets pull down, you can make a lot of money. So we're going to dig into that, how I'm going to do that. Also the reasons why this is tanking right now. If you just type in Goog's crypto news, you're going to find out exactly why crypto's down and why the stock market's down. Evergrande, okay, it's causing a lot of fear in the markets. So right here, top stories, crypto slides, 250 billion in value, Evergrande turmoil, Bitcoin price slides, worries of spillover from Evergrande default, etc. If you don't know who Evergrande is, it's a real estate group in China, second largest property developer by sales. They're trying to compare this to the 2008 crash. I think they're trying to scare a lot of people out. Typically, when something is known broadly, mainstream, it doesn't happen. So what's the reason why they're trying to scare people out of these markets right now with this news? I think, personally, that the Chinese government's going to jump in and save them. And then when that happens, everything's going to go parabolic ballistic missile crazy, which is why I'm loading up right now. I'm going to be buying more crypto once we settle and bottom. So if you're not in my stock alerts, make sure to click the link in the description and you get access to my alerts. You get a notification to your phone when I do step in and start buying up crypto like crazy. Also, how I'm going to be making money in a bear market while this is still happening before the government steps in and saves China from the brink of extinction. So these SPY puts, the reason why they're up so much is because we waterfalled crazy. We fell out of this massive bull trend we've been holding for over about a year now. We've been holding this bull trend. So now we're going to have to create a new trend, a new channel somewhere, which we don't know where it is yet. But once it forms, I'll know where it's at and I'll play those bounces. But we have probably some more room to come down. We're probably going to continue to bounce, chop, and trickle down until we get some news out of China on how they're going to fix this situation. Jumping back to Evergrande, this is why I say this is just a fear tactic. This is a 1 month chart. They're just consistently falling 44% in the last month. It's not looking good. But if we zoom out 6 months, year to date, 1 year, 5 years, they never looked good, ever. They've been falling since 2017. So why is this news popping up right now? What's going on, China? What are you trying to do? You trying to get cheap prices on ETH? On Bitcoin? On ADA? Solana? What's going on? The Chinese think they're tricky, and the media over here in the Americas is playing the same game. These whales are trying to get cheap, and I'm going to get it cheap as well, because I see what's going on. These are the Evergrande buildings, great architecture, big buildings. They got a lot of money. They're not going to let this crumble. They're not going to let the whole economy collapse because these guys are going to default. No, they're going to jump in and save them. That's just my personal theory. Here's a look at the supply held by retail for Bitcoin, just to give you an idea that people keep accumulating. They keep buying and buying and buying. In this green line is the holdings of entities for Bitcoin, greater than 10 Bitcoins. So it just consistently climbing up. It just consistently goes up. I don't even see a dip. Do you? I don't see a dip. I see dips in prices, but I see consistent accumulation even during those dips. So this dip right now, I guarantee people are eating it up. They're buying up as we can sell and get rid of it. Or long-term holders, liquidate, lock in some money, which is good. We want those long-term holders to liquidate some because they're going to be buying back in with all that whale money they made because they're addicted. You can't just liquidate Bitcoin, your baby you've been holding for 10 years. No, you'll be back and you'll be juicing it up higher for all the retail that's buying right now. So a possible area where the stock markets can bounce, we have a line right here, which would be very deep down for SPY to hit 425. I'm not really seeing any other areas of support, so it actually might do 425 and bounce there, which would be ugly for the stock markets. We would prefer not to have that. Switching over to the crypto markets, let's pull up Ethereum and do an analysis here on Ethereum. What's going to happen? Where is it going to bounce? And if you guys saying, oh, Ethereum's done, it's over, it's fallen, it's still way up. It's still holding long-term macro trend support. Look at this line. This line's a beaut. So look at this yellow line. What's going down? What's going down? I don't see anything going down. I see short-term going down, but I don't see long-term going down. And that's what matters. Crypto is like, think about EV. All the EV stocks right now are bumpy and crazy and all over the place and people are scared. But we know, inevitably, That's the direction things are going. We know inevitably solar is going to be very important in the future. We know these things, and they're inevitable. Just like crypto is guaranteed to be the future of finance, future of technology. In some way, it's going to happen, but we got bumps in between. So, if you're a long-term holder, you shouldn't be blinking an eye. You should just be hitting buy, buy, buy. Like, what is that, InSync? If you're a short-term trader, a swing trader, day trader, then I understand why you would be concerned and worried right now, because we have a head and shoulders formed on Ethereum, and that's why we're plummeting as well. On top of the fears of Evergrande, we could be coming all the way down to 2,000, 2,100 before our bounce. I'm cool with it. So zooming in here on Ethereum so I can analyze this and show you what's possibly going to happen. We're in a blue wave formation right now, so we're still bullish. We're still bullish until these two blue waves start to get closer. Just like over here, these blue waves were still open, but once they start to curl and start to head towards each other, that's an exit sign, and then you could avoid all this. They're not doing that yet. They're still open. So once they start to get tighter here, that could be an exit sign, as we could continue down the mountain all the way back down to that 2,000 mark. But we are still holding the base at 3K, which is right here. The base for this past rally was down here at 1,500. So that's why I came all the way down to almost 1,500. So this base is much higher. We have a $3,000 base. So we could chop around here before we head up and work our way back up. And listen, those of you that swung trade this from 3,000 to 4,000, got out at the top, and now looking to jump back in at 3,000 right to 4,000, you're good. So by the end of the year, where do I think Ethereum is going to go? Where do I think Bitcoin is going to go? I think Ethereum is going to most likely, if we get the good news out of China fairly soon, if it happens, any good news, I do think that we are going to bounce up and test 4,500 by the end of the year. I think that would be a nice, sensible target to hit on Ethereum. Now for Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin's going to do something a little more aggressive, honestly, or slightly more aggressive. I'm getting two targets here, 68,000 by December or 64,000 by December, depending on how low we go. If we follow the yellow line, we go a little lower. Our price target is a little bit lower. So there's important levels that I'm watching right now all day on stocks and crypto if I want to start to engage into some puts in SPY, if I do think there's more downside. Also call options because we're discounted. And then the crypto markets where I'll be adding once those key support levels get confirmed. So click the link in the description if you need help with that. If you are getting a lot of losers, not enough winners, and you want to get maybe higher returns on your profits, click the link and you could see what I'm buying, what I'm selling. You get alerts right to your phone when I execute trades on cryptos and stocks. Check it out. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget by hitting that button. It's getting you a little bit closer to retiring young.